Show.
Good evening, fellow jobbers, and welcome to another phenomenal episode of the Jobber Tears podcast. As always, I am Janelle from HR. Here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black, and we have a very, 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 very special guest, a very special friend to the podcast. We have Marcus Marquee joining us tonight. We're actually like the last guest of 2018.
I mean, you saved the best for last, so.
Oh, heard you, bro. We want to thank everyone that's watching on the live feed. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell a friend to follow us on the Jobber Tears podcast, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. Special thanks to everyone that donated a toy for our toy drive this past Sunday.
Mad toys on there.
Mad toys. Shout outs to Behind the Barricade, because I know you guys definitely came heavy with the toys, so we do definitely. And shockingly enough, Rodney from Behind the Barricade won the raffle, so he was one of the winners. And also, Jonathan Richardson won the other 2 pair of tickets to the WWE Live holiday show here
WWE Live and Chill for him. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He has a shorty.
Yeah. And
Oh, he does?
That black guy is shorty.
That's why I said.
Is it shorty?
Yeah. He does like Job Slammer and Chill with her. He does Job Slammer and Barbecue and Chill with her. He does a lot of.
Wait, so the girl that he bought to Jobber Slam, the first one, that's his shorty?
Yes.
Yo, but that's funny because she won.
The last time.
She won SummerSlam, she won NXT tickets.
Yes.
Oh, but she didn't take him though.
She didn't take it?
No.
Who she take?
She took somebody else.
Was it a guy?
No.
Oh, it was a girl. Okay.
I'll face this.
I had y'all going and I was like, no. Maybe.
That's messed up.
It was funny.
I was like, damn, B.
Dang.
Well,
Shit
you
is
pay for
tough.
her, you pay for her wings and her salads at the bar.
That's a gentleman thing to do.
So like she had SmackDown Live and Chill with him. So that's what's up though. So,
All right. Well, thank you guys so once again so much for donating to the toy drive. We really, really appreciate it. Our next viewing party will be actually not Royal Rumble. It'll actually be the first Sunday of the new year for TNA Homecoming. We are going to switch.
Oh my God!
What is it?
January 6th, the first Sunday of the new year. We are switching things up a bit. Don't throw it off.
Yeah, don't.
Business like that. Like, what?
Book me. Book me.
Nigga again.
What?
You are.
he made sure.
You thought he was getting first
And then we want to give a special shout out to our fellow jobber, Yaya, the gifted one who won, who was the winner of the 2018 Carolina.
Oh my God!
Let me know when you finish.
Yoga ready.
Who is the winner of the 2018 Carolina Professional Wrestling Rising Star of the Year?
She won female the rest of the year.
So congratulations to you both. You guys are both very good friends of the Jobber Tears podcast, family and crew. So we do appreciate it. And Yaya, we see you wearing the podcast shirt, so we appreciate all the love that you give. We gotta get you a shirt. I forgot. Oh wait,
I gave him a shirt.
No.
but he want the black and gold one.
You get me shirt. I have an old shirt and say name. What did it say?
But you bought that one.
Did I?
Yeah.
You sure?
Did they give it to you?
Listen.
I think I did give it to you.
Well, he wants the black and gold shirt.
I need the black and gold.
That's like the elite. And he's a part
Let
of
me
the
get
elite.
a hoodie so I can wear it in the gym.
Okay.
See, everybody wants hoodies.
No, so you can ruin it.
It was in a wash. In the wash.
Again, I watched my shirt perfectly fine. Everyone watches it perfectly fine.
Wow. All right, so we're going before we get into behind the
Yeah, the blue color ruined it, man.
Wait, how'd you ruin the baby blue one?
It went like black. Like all over it went just like black.
How did the white shirt turn
Do you-
black?
How'd you wash it, bro?
Did you wash it in
I don't think he
color?
knows how to do
Nah,
laundry.
I do. You just put the soaps in and it just does it itself.
Wait, but did you put
Time out.
that shirt in like dark colors?
I put everything together.
I knew he did that. I know it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's how you supposed to do it.
No,
Definitely
that's
it's
not
not.
how you're supposed to do laundry.
It's
You're
the
supposed to
lazy way of
separate
doing it, but you
the
know.
colors from your whites. And if you
Nah.
want to be like technical about it, separate your underwear from your
together. I've been doing it for years.
All right, well, keep on with the keep on.
Cold water.
Cool, gotcha, copy. At least you got the water right.
You're supposed to call it with white clothes.
No, he said color.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Close enough that.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Can we start?
We are starting. This is rolling. All right, let's move on to the hot topic of the week. So the Indiana Pacers became the first team to hire an NBA female assistant general manager. It intrigued me because once again, I'm always about the first ever. You know, we were coming off Evolution, like wrestling just in general has been coming off a really phenomenal year in terms of women's wrestling and doing first evers and things like that. So I found this article and this topic very interesting because it's once again first ever. It's never been done, and I find it even a little more interesting that it was the Indiana Pacers. So my question to you gentlemen is, what are your thoughts on the Indiana Pacers making history? And do you see other teams following in this footstep?
I think this is great. My only thing when they like hire women is like, are they gonna go into locker rooms? Because there's gonna be mad dicks all over the place.
Yes, why would they not?
I don't know if they're gonna feel comfortable.
I mean, like, a lot of
It's
supporters
what
going
they
in
used
and
to,
after they see
no?
dicks. The females too.
Are they okay with that?
I mean,
what female unless you know?
it's just like in women's locker room, like, you know, probably the report of men see titties. They go, all right, titties.
I don't think
I doubt
they
it.
see titties.
Oh,
I doubt
they
it.
probably see buttocks. Like, think she got the cakes.
I mean, probably in pants and stuff, but not like bare skin.
Listen, there gotta be some one wild woman who don't care, who walk around with her underwear. Like, I don't care who's around.
So if a female
I'm like,
walked,
at least a lesbian
so
probably do that.
so if a female walked in this room right now, butt ass naked, how would all y'all react?
It
Damn!
depends how she looks.
Yeah, it depends.
Whoa.
Yes.
Neutral, because he said damn.
Depends how she looks. Depends how she looks. Yeah.
Okay, what if she's like this beautiful model naked?
I'm like, wow.
Is she black?
Guess so, sure.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. It does.
No, yeah, it really does.
It does.
Why?
Because look, if she's white, I go, all right, some white lady, and stay away
So
from
when
me.
Charlotte did the whole like,
I didn't like it. I was like, no.
So your dick didn't get hard at all?
No.
So nothing gets your dick. So if you see naked people don't get your dick hard?
I don't think
Wow.
he's saying that. I think he's just saying he doesn't. His taste of cake isn't vanilla.
Oh, in my mind, I'm thinking like if he sees a naked woman, he's not gonna get hard.
No, I don't know what you heard and what you processed. But that's not what he said.
That's because he wasn't listening. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's the problem with facing with it. He don't listen and he don't process nothing.
at all.
He said, so you like naked people? I was like, wow. But look, honestly, I never said I'm not attracted to white women. It's just like,
No,
it gotta
you
be like,
definitely have said that.
I haven't said it, but there's like a few, there's few exceptions.
Which
Like,
is?
Mandy Rose, you know.
She's like the white of the white though.
I know though, but like,
She's the beautiful, the
white
white.
though, son.
Like that's
You know.
like mayonnaise, white.
Listen, there's something
I
about
never a white woman watch.
What's wrong with you? Yo, do not wish that upon my life.
Why would they not? That could actually be the love of your life. You don't know.
No.
Love has no color.
No, I understand that for everyone else.
You know what? He's a secret Israelite.
And they just fucking white bitches.
Yo,
And they just fucking white bitches on the low.
honestly, I never ever came near a white vagina at
You
all.
know, down to swerve.
No, what?
Why not?
Because okay. If it ever happens, it gotta be a white woman who is mad thick, and I say, yo, if I have sex with her, she might be having a black woman.
So Jordan Grace.
But not every.
That's white bitch. That's white. That's white. Her boyfriend's black. Her ex-boyfriend. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That-
The Burger?
I don't know. I obviously, I checked the
Wow, you
gram.
got like TMZ like hard.
I'm on the gram hard. I'm like,
Yo, we had
where the nigga at?
What?
Where he at? He's been missing in action. He hasn't been on the last couple posts.
You see, Jordan Grace, that's another cemetery rule. But honestly, if I had to choose a wife going out there, if I see a group of women, I will see the white women, okay, you pretty, this, that. I will talk to them, you know, probably go a couple of dates, but I won't discriminate, but I'm like, you know what, at the end of the day, I tried it.
No, your whole thing just changed from the start of this conversation to now.
But if she offered me to take her out on a date, I'm not gonna be rude. Like, yo, let's be friends, we talk.
But what if
chillin'.
you hit it off?
Listen, I can't do it, B.
You
I
can't.
ever tell you a story where I felt guilty about sleeping with a white woman?
Let's
No.
hear this.
I'll tell you the story.
Okay, wait.
That's
I
it.
just want to know. is it someone that I know?
Yo, the video pause.
It's not pause.
Not pause.
Frozen.
It was good.
Okay, so it was like about 3 or 4 years ago, right? And I was starting to like this girl, right? But it was during the time of like, you know, Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Like, you know what, it was really popping off.
Yeah.
And I was feeling guilty. I was like, yo, damn, son, this pussy fire, but I don't know if I should be doing this. I'm feeling bad, guilty. So with me and her, she never came to my place. I didn't like her coming to my place, so we used to always get a hotel.
Why you know why they come to your place?
No.
Nah.
No, you don't see where I live.
Nah.
So, you know, you go to the hotel, and I finished smashing it, and it shit was good. And then I was like, damn. So I was like, yo, God, send me a sign. Like, yo, if I'm supposed to be with this white woman, just please send me a sign. So I had to go meet with Tahira that night to talk some business. So I get out the hotel, and I'm walking. I'm in Soho. I'm walking. Turn the corner, my nigga. It's a Black Lives Matter one.
That sound right
I mean,
there.
that's
Sound right
God's
there.
plan.
I looked up the guys like, I got you.
And now you left that bitch in the hotel room.
Listen.
No, I went back for more, but then I was like, stop.
Sometimes you just gotta, you know, hit it and quit it.
Have you ever been with a white woman?
Oh.
He's in wrestling. He's been with plenty.
Don't smear his character.
I mean, they seen you guys seen them.
Oh, I thought you meant to say that you guys see my
Oh, her! She was joint B.
Yeah.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
No, I didn't.
You fucked up.
No, she did.
Oh, she fucked up.
Yeah,
She fucked up.
Right.
She fucked
She
up.
really did.
Her little booty.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
No, you wasn't there.
I know. I'm trying to get out of the clip. That's what we
Yo,
do.
I totally forgot about that because I kept whispering to this one. I was like, he got a snow bunny.
So that's your question.
And I was like, she stuck out like a sore thumb because it was like her and all his family together.
So that's your question.
It was the
This is the
funniest
question.
shit. I was
Do
like,
they
what?
taste different?
What? Why did this take time for the word?
I have to know, like,
You mean as kissing? Nah, everybody kisses the same.
you don't want to be there.
Everybody kisses the same.
You know what I mean?
It tastes different.
Everybody bleeds
Nigga,
the
what?
same.
Nigga. Is this different
Nigga,
flavors?
this is how ice
This
cream-
is ice cream? We go to Baskin
Does
Robbins?
she taste like strawberry or does she taste like mango?
Yo, listen.
However, there's a different pH balance. I would say that.
That's because they're not eating fried food, but nigga, they eating grilled chicken with no salt or pepper.
There you
That's the
go.
fucking reason why.
It's a different pH balance. So.
And they don't
Wait,
watch
does
it.
that consider their pussy to be bland though? Like, because they eat bland food or?
Yeah, pretty much. So what's next?
It's like, depending on, yeah, that is true though. I had one girl, I ate her out, whatever. That's a whole other story short.
Oh.
And she was like, she
What are you talking about?
I drank this water,
It's almost the last episode of the
alkaline
year.
water. Oh my gosh. It was,
Because of the water she drank?
yo.
That plays a factor, dude. That plays a factor.
Exercise.
That plays a
She
factor.
walks everywhere.
That
like,
plays a
no.
factor.
Like, it was like water. I
He
felt like,
said she walks everywhere. He said she walks everywhere.
Like,
He said she walks everywhere. Nobody picked that up? But nigga, she said she walked everywhere.
Wait, I just want to know.
He said the pH balance was because she walked everywhere. Yo, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy, son.
No, listen.
That's crazy. That's crazy, son.
Look,
That's crazy.
with the sisters, and you walk in, they'll be like, I want to jump in the shower. And then with the different, they walk like,
But like, when she was in dirty, like she walked, like she likes to walk everything, like alkaline water, the food that she drunk. It was just like.
So, okay, so the moral of the story is.
Yo, I put on my
What?
hair a little bit. Like I saw just right here, just gonna grow extra.
Wait, she nutted all over your beard?
Of course.
Wait, I need to, like, that has to be a myth.
No, it happened. It's like the other day when this girl, like, I ate the girl for like a minute. It was like 2-3 minutes. It was the first time I did 3 minutes in the
it don't happen that quick. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is mythical shit, bro. Right now.
Nah.
He said it's 3 minutes.
Because I just want to.
What are y'all niggas talking
Like, you
about?
see that big girl? See that big girl who came to the thing? I did it to her.
You said to her?
You was gonna put out So now everybody who's seen you at the place, now they know the person.
Everybody knows.
You just
Everybody knows this shit though. It's fine. Wait, but I just need that as like a myth.
My whole
debunker.
beard was dripping in it. Like it was in it. It was soaked in it. Like it was like, you know, like, and it was like gunky. So like it was like in my shit. Like
Wait, so but
Nah, that's not if it's gunky, B.
I had that drip.
Nah.
Yo, my head hurts.
I
I saw you talking about the bitch walk everywhere. You talking about it was the drip. Yo, like
can't do drip. That's cruel.
Oh, your shit's going now.
Huh?
Your shit's going now.
Yeah.
We all know why.
Wait, but is that, I just want to know, is that a myth or is that like
Nah.
No,
is
see,
that
you
urban
look at
legend?
face.
Yeah.
You never knew that it's good for your acne too. You never
It's
knew
gonna
that.
be acne.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
No. 100%.
If I took
No
the
bullshit.
swallow
Like how
away,
that,
get it in your
because like
face.
how that I know some older lady that after she's her husband busting her face all the time. Yeah.
Wait, time out. So old lady is talking about her husband busting in her face?
Wait,
So some old
but
lady
how
just
is
randomly
it
talking to you.
But how is right? Like how is it that was just a conversation?
But you have to understand, like she's an old lady, and somehow some lady that asked her,
You asked her what that mouth
okay,
do? Like
no.
That's what that sounds
She
like.
looked at me and blew a kiss, and I was like, listen, I'm a nasty nigga, I will take you down.
so you asked her what that mouth do?
I don't think he asked her. He just implied, he's like, yo, you don't want to bark up this tree. So he was like,
So she just said, "Ha, my
We
husband."
talked about the conversation this after third. After she also put me on, she had said that, husband takes zinc pills. Because zinc pills actually make your thing, that's one other story, but yeah, it helps with like the color, makes it more thicker. So,
oh, that's what Zink do?
What podcast are you on, sir? Is this the sex education podcast?
Marcus Marquee.
I mean, it was. I said it was a hot topic, and I feel like every time we in the group chat, we either talking about somebody eating ass, somebody getting ass.
Sean eats ass. Sean, they talking about how he eat ass.
wow.
This nigga Sean Green's a nasty man. I'll put it out there. This nigga said I eat ass.
Yeah, that's how we ended with
I never
work
did.
today too.
I never
About
ate
eating
butt
ass.
before.
You never ate ass before?
That's not something that.
What?
I don't believe him. That's why I'm changing the subject. That's the one that liar.
No.
You a liar.
That's one thing that
No, you a liar.
Wait, so you never had a female like with her like flip like a pancake,
No.
and you never like 50 Cent her?
So you eat pussy pretty much?
Yes.
So you
So
never made an accidental like extra lick?
You a liar.
Because they're right next door.
No, I'm being very honest.
You're a liar.
They're next door
You a
neighbors.
liar. You a
Well,
liar.
listen.
I don't believe you.
You know, you can't say, all right, you got to try this one.
Oh no, I am gonna try it once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm open-minded to that. I'm not saying never would do it though, but as of right now though, it's not in my repertoire.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, like, come on, man. When you're in the bedroom, you got arsenals. Different, like, oh, tonight, should I bring in the AK? Should I do this? Oh,
That's true, that
this
is true.
classic move right
That's
here.
true, that's true.
You gotta switch it up.
Type of Mortal
Well, you're missing
Kombat
out
shit
your side
going
and
on.
Oh, they study how you watch. Okay, that's my son, The Rock. I can't do it. Okay, do like, oh, let's get the most pressure.
Hey, yo, everybody got to finish a move.
Oh, of course.
Every nigga got to finish a move.
Wait, so oh
Yeah,
damn, I really want to know. Okay, but everybody's finishing move though, without really knowing.
What's your finishing move?
That's my finishing move?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad you asked. I was like, it is very weird and awkward if I ask. So I'm glad.
I really don't have one, but
You just said every nigga has one, so don't backtrack on that
No,
shit.
it's when you put all the legs back, right?
Okay.
Because that's the killer. That's the killer. That's the killer. That's the killer. That's the killer.
That's a killer.
That's the killer. That's the killer. And
So
I
if
do
you had
watch.
to name it, if you had to name it a move, like what would that?
It's a power driver.
Yeah. It
Straight
is.
power driver.
It is.
Every man knows what the power driver is.
Everyone know.
Because it doesn't matter what your
So
size
those
is.
that are watching on live feed that are men, do you guys know that the power driver
Everybody know.
is the power driver? Because
Every man knows what the power
It
driver
was
is.
on Bad Boys too. The Racks are doing things.
Yeah. So go ahead, finish.
The power driver. The power driver. I enjoy the missionary.
Oh yes.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
I be kissing bitches.
Yeah. You
Oh,
kiss
it's
them.
sensual.
I'm a sensual lover.
Yeah. You can choke them too like that too.
Oh.
That is a TikTok murder, nigga.
Don't
No,
never use your
don't,
hand.
yeah.
No forearm.
What?
No prints.
From the
Just
wrestler.
Why would you use
What?
forearm?
No, shh.
I just-
Wait, what?
Tell me more.
What he said?
This nigga
Use your
is
forearm.
smart.
Never use your prints. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
Ooh.
Accidental.
On a light skin show, you could do. Ooh.
That's, you know what? That's probably what OJ did.
He did something. Oh man. All right.
You said that post I put about New Jack up?
Yes. That's
Your New Jack is wild.
That
So
guy.
What do you say?
we posted a post about New Jack. He said, yo, shout out to my man OJ. There's 2 less people in the world. Good job.
But he looking for heat because when he was saying he was nervous when he was saying he was like, damn. Alright, there you go. It's out there.
2 less people in the world.
It's 2 less we got to worry about. I was like, man.
Damn.
Good job. Open the segment.
Alright, so I guess we can now talk about wrestling.
We don't talk about the hot topic though, but okay.
No, I mean, we
It's a
did.
good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah, we all agree. Good thing. All right, cool.
But yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, it was about time. It was making our way anyway.
Yeah, it's making
You know,
that way.
Becky Hamm was like the first
Mhm.
female
For the Spurs.
For the Spurs. So
Yeah.
it was getting our way anyway.
Yeah, really good. And then now, like, I love to see like a female winner one day too.
Right.
I think how a lot of females, especially in like in Silicon Valley, what they're doing out there with the computers and stuff like that. I know there's a couple of women, black women, white women, plenty of different races, making their strides in there. And I know WNBA players invested money in Silicon Valley. Also, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna move right along to our opening segment finally because it just went completely left. How you doing? Again, so if you haven't known, a few weeks ago, House of Hardcore show had Big Cass and he unfortunately had a seizure at the show during intermission. And a few days after that, if you looked on Enzo's Instagram, he posted a picture of him and Big Cass like when they first started in NXT. And he basically was kind of trying to make peace. So they apparently, and then yesterday or the day before that, I checked on his Instagram again. And apparently Enzo and Cass were together, like in a car, going to go get food. Now remember, they ended up not on so good terms. So what do you guys think? Do you think that we're gonna get some form of togetherness again in the indie scenes with Enzo and Cass? Do you see Enzo ever getting back in the ring? There's just so many questions, not enough answers. But I'm going to start off with our special guest. What are your thoughts on Enzo and Cass reuniting?
I think they're gonna be like the new Crime Time,
Yeah.
in a sense. But I think they're gonna go back to the E, because the E has this new thing of hiring back older, talent they used to have and everything like that. And they was a good tandem, so I think they're gonna be back in the E. Not soon, but in the near future. Enzo being at that pay-per-view and the security guard, which is at many other events in different, different places. Not in, it wasn't like she was a security guard in LA and always at an LA place. She was in different places. So I think she's a plan, and I feel like they're just working something. It's gonna happen. I think they're gonna do a couple indie tour days together. Apparently, get Cass back in shape because I heard he was looking kind of.
Yeah, he was looking kind of thick of
Kind of Jinder Mahal before Jinder Mahal became Jinder Mahal again.
Yeah.
So
All in the face, like chunky monkey.
Yeah. So I feel like it's gonna be, they're gonna get back together. They're gonna start working out together. The whole thing, do a couple indie tour dates, get the buzz about them, and then they'll be back in me.
Alright. So Wilkins, what are your thoughts on Enzo and Cass reuniting?
They need to get back together. Them separate is not working.
No.
Plus Enzo's rap career is trash.
Trash. That song he got, what was it? I don't know.
Rising Phoenix?
No, it was another
It
one.
was one when he talks about Mandy. Was it Mandy? No. Who's his girlfriend in WWE? He had a whole song about the relationship.
Oh wow.
Somebody.
That shit was trash.
But
That whole album is trash.
his
Like,
album?
his album is trash.
You listen to it though.
Yes, I listened to it. I want to give him a chance.
How many songs is it?
It's like 4 or 5. It's trash.
Oh, it's really
That's
not an
like-
album. That's like an
EP.
EP.
It's trash.
A mixtape back
It's
then.
trash. Doesn't matter. It's trash.
Alright.
So, no, I'm not done with this shit. I can still keep going. His career's trash. Cass is out of shape. He's having seizures. God bless him. Hope he's doing better. They need each other. They actually need each other. Now, them getting back together, Cass needs to go on that Jinder Mahal plan. Get in crazy shape. I'm matter of fact, let me see. Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre plan. Because whatever plan they on, whatever supplements they taking, I need it.
Liv Morgan. Who was
Liv Morgan.
Because the both of them look alike, so I get
Yeah.
confused too.
So,
That's why I'm glad they're not on the same brand.
so that, and they're back, they need each other.
Yeah.
Like, they legit need each other. They get high in the indies, WWE will call back. Plus, I really think that whole situation, Enzo fucked up without telling Vince.
Yeah.
And the way that Enzo was saying in interviews, Vince fucked with him.
Yeah.
Triple H couldn't stand him, but Triple H fucked with him.
Yeah.
But because he didn't tell him what was going on,
They couldn't protect them. So
they couldn't protect him to
They had to
protect the
fire them
situation.
themselves.
So then it leads to them having to fire him. But the thing about it, he's like, oh, I'm done with wrestling right now. Fuck wrestling. But 90% of people who say fuck wrestling
are the same ones that come back.
Wrestling helps them out in their career.
Yeah.
And nobody's safe from that shit. The Rock used wrestling for his career. John Cena used wrestling for his career. Batista tries to separate himself from wrestling, but nigga, you use it for your career too. Everybody does. So at the end of the day, they're gonna get high in indies because they need to get high in indies. Get some fucking tourists, like you said. Come back together, get popping, and come back to the E.
Yeah.
Because he's innocent. The case was dismissed.
Yep.
So he's all good.
Yeah, it was just how he handled it. What do you think, Mr. Black?
I mean, I want to reiterate and just agree with what both of you were saying. Though at this point, though, when it comes to this, let's get back together. And now it's kind of motivation for big caps. You know, now you got somebody that could be on his team for that, as far as like getting himself out there. Probably, you know, see Enzo be like Leo Rush to him, like, yo, you got it, bro. This, that, and third. He's like, oh yeah, Enzo. I mean, Big Cass is back getting in shape. They really see how to get it better. It's like, oh, they get it better as a team. Easy bring back. You know, they already have the name. As soon as they come back, they will have notoriety and get the pop. Them two together is obviously money.
See, and that's why I was tight, like when the whole Enzo thing went down, because he, as many people want to shit on him, he breathed the life into 205, to that cruiserweight division, and on top of that, he was getting better in the ring. Like you saw, if you look back at an NXT match when they were down there, and you compare it to one of his championship matches within the last last year, way better.
I mean, Enzo was a lot of reasons why people watch 205.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Enzo's a star. Enzo's a star. It's just
He
like
has
shouldn't
that,
be
you
rapping.
know, it's that one thing we always say, someone has that it factor, and he does have it because of how he talks and how he presents himself. So, hopefully in the future people
He's a
see
star. Just shouldn't be rapping.
what's going
Like
on.
Kobe.
You sound like Kobe.
Listen,
Yeah.
everybody has a dream. Let them live it out. And then when they see it's not what it is.
I'm not mad.
You being greedy. You being greedy.
No. But here's the thing, though, right? Let's say LeBron wanted to be a rapper. You wouldn't know.
He did rap though.
But I'm
Him
saying,
and, like him and KD has a song out.
for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Nah,
Right,
I don't
Church.
I don't want to hear it, man.
It's cool.
Nah, you can't be that great at
Well,
basketball.
listen, Shaq went platinum and gold.
But it was during the
Yeah,
time when
Shaq-
like everyone's going to
Shaq
platinum.
different.
Yeah.
Shaq is a
is
lot
different.
Shaq different.
Yeah. Like you're being
Okay,
greedy.
Cena charted. That album was hot.
Cena-
See, that was actually
Fire.
high.
It was hot.
You're bad.
Cena-
What?
See the joint's kind of. I
Fire.
don't know,
Yo,
man.
Cena
Cena
shit
write the music,
you
though.
could bump to.
What?
See, they write the music though, all the music.
You're lying,
I mean,
man.
there are a lot of rappers who don't write.
No, I'm just saying, that's the reason why it was actually better. Enzo tried to write everything, and that shit was trash.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean,
Enzo needs to get some writers on his team.
no, he don't. He needs to go back to wrestling. Call it.
Yeah, just call it. Hey, do what you
Yeah,
actually.
they're calling is wrestling.
But like you can't be good at ball and be good at rapping. You just greedy. Like you gotta pick a dream.
Yeah, you
right?
gotta pick one.
You're just being
You could
greedy.
be both.
No.
You're being greedy. You see, Master P was greedy.
You gotta devote your time. to
Master P
something.
was greedy with money.
No, he was greedy because he tried to be an NBA player. He realized like, dang, I gotta choose a dream. And he chose rapping.
Because there probably was more money in that than him in his basketball
Yo,
career.
Shaq went platinum and gold.
But the thing
can't
is, you
compare
gotta,
that,
Shaq was
though.
different though. Shaq was still, he was Shazam.
Yeah.
He did a whole.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was a
He
whole
was everything.
lineup.
He did a bunch of, but Shaq he's a different animal, man.
And he did take the matches to the finals though.
Like I said,
he a
And
different
he was
animal.
he was at WrestleMania. So he's been in the ring too.
Listen, man, he got a PhD. He a doctor, all right?
Yo,
He's
Shaq.
different.
I mean,
He's different.
I made a good
Shaq
deal,
out,
bro. He made a good deal with.
Dr. O'Neil.
I mean,
That's hard.
He Dr. O'Neil, man.
All right, we're gonna move right along. So, indie wrestling was live and in color this past weekend here in New York. From Ring of Honor to House of Glory to Evolve, there were a whole bunch of indie shows this past weekend. Me and Sir Wilkins both were at Ring of Honor on the ramp. So, if you actually replay the pay-per-view Final Battle and you see us, take pictures of it and send it to us, because there were people hitting us up like, "Yo, we see you guys on the ramp," like dead ass. So we were like, "All right." But let's talk about our experience a little bit.
Fucking
Because
amazing.
It was your first Ring of Honor show ever.
Absolutely amazing.
And it was my first pay-per-view. Actually, no, second, because I went to Supercard. But it was actually, like, fucking dope. Like, it was
amazing.
Forgot, you didn't think of the time. You didn't think of... He was like a kid in a candy store. It was so funny because we thought our seats were together, but they were actually not. They were on. He was on one side of the ramp, and I was on the other side of the ramp.
That makes sense when I see the pictures.
Right. So when we got there, we were like, "What the fuck? Like, what do you mean our seats are together?" But it worked out because he got one side, I got the other side, and
I was being mad ignorant.
I heard you in a couple of videos.
Yeah, mad ignorant. But he had a good time. What's your favorite match?
It was Jeff Cobb versus
Hangman.
Hangman. Jeff Cobb is different.
Okay.
No. Jeff Cobb is a different type of like he's like a mix between Brock, Samoa Joe, with the athleticism of like Kevin Owens, but smaller.
With some sprinkles of Kurt, because of how he
Yeah.
Damn.
The suplex is really
He's a great character.
Pretty much.
No. And you think I'm exaggerating this?
No, Jeff is dope.
This is legit what he is. He is literally you put Brock's toughness, you take Kevin Owens' athleticism because he moves very well.
Is he a big guy?
Yeah.
He's like my
You
height,
never seen
but very stout.
Nah, I never. Listen, I apologize, everybody. Listen, the reason why I don't watch a lot of like ROH and stuff like that is because, all right, have you ever heard that?
Well, your brother works for ROH.
Who's your brother?
Last name is King.
Kenny K.
Yo!
So those that are watching
Who's
like
the Bachelor? You almost won that.
my guy here looks just like Kenny King. Like it is.
Oh, that's our real brother.
ridiculous.
Kenny King was on a Bachelor?
Yeah.
Because of the Bachelor.
That's wild. I never knew that.
Really? Why?
Because like
He got a follow up too.
Yeah.
Love, man.
He was the Bachelor?
Yeah, he was on the Bachelor. No.
Oh, okay. I know it. I didn't know that. Okay.
He was like the female, like you know, female the Bachelor. Yeah, he was a Bachelor. Yeah.
Call him
Bachelorette.
Yeah. Sorry.
I get it. Okay.
He went down to the finals. He was like the top 3 or something.
Yeah,
like
top
that.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you know that.
What season is that?
This was like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Was he still wrestling?
Yeah.
What? Wait, so my
That's like
man.
Buffalo for real?
Stop. No, it's not. But he looks just like.
Because you know, all right. So if no one knows, they tape ROH stuff just like they do TNA.
Yeah. So like
So
that was the first time I went.
They did all the ROH episodes, whatever, and then on his off time he did The Bachelor. So when the ROH episodes were airing, he was on The Bachelor. So some people were like, "How the fuck you in 2 places at once?"
Oh, he
Like,
pulled.
you put that, get that money.
He
baby.
pulled on Johnny, what's his name?
Rick Rude.
No,
No, it was Rick Rude.
from Impact. Yeah, the champion right now.
Oh, Johnny
Wrestler.
Johnny, yeah.
Johnny Mundo, Johnny
And he
Impact.
also pulled like
Nitro?
EC3.
He was on fucking.
Yo, we were so ignorant when we went to the TNA tape and we was like, Nitro. And he looked dead at us.
Yeah, he was on MLW, man.
Yeah, I saw him on MLW too.
Nah, but Jeff Cobb is the man.
Jeff
No,
Cobb.
I don't think motherfuckers understand this. He is legit a freak of nature.
Listen,
He's an Olympian too.
that's what we need more now. Because you know what?
Talking.
It's too many people who don't do what you need to do to be a wrestler, but they're wrestlers.
What do you mean?
Like, don't take this the wrong way. You get people like Leo here to be like, yo, I'm the champ. It's like, how? What do you do differently than what I do to be the champ? You're not bigger than me. You're not faster than me. You're not stronger than me. So what is it that you do that you're the champ? Why are you in that seat?
You probably have better mic work than you.
In an indie show? When have you ever seen an indie show with live promos?
Darius Carter does it sometimes.
That's different.
Why is that
Because
different?
he does what the fuck he wants. I'm quiet. He does what the fuck he wants.
He's really good though.
Because he does what the fuck he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Valid.
Just got the rebuttal out there.
No, see, he's the exception. The reason why he's the exception, because it's like
Darius Carter's one of the best heels in the indie industry right now.
he's an old school.
That's the
heel.
point. That's the point.
He's an old school heel that no one. He's willing to be the heel that nobody wants to be. Everybody wants to be this cool heel. Everybody wants to be Stone Cold. He don't care. He want to be Harley fucking Race. He don't care. He wants you to hate him. When he walks in the building, he wants you to boo him when he walks in, when he walks out. It was a show. This dude walked out. He didn't do anything. Got booed. How can you buy that heat? He just walked out. Boo! It's like he didn't even do anything. And then when he does something, it gets even more of a reaction. No one wants to be. Everybody wants to be cheered. Everybody wants to be Stone Cold. And you can't be Stone Cold.
I would like to be a heel, but I smile too much.
Exactly. You could do that and be a heel.
Use that to your
You can use it to your
advantage.
advantage, but it's just like it's trial and error. Darius would never be a face nowhere. He's an old school heel. Everybody hates the shit out of Darius. To the point where if you meet him after the show, you still hate him because he's Darius Carter.
You know what was mad funny? So we had the show you had in Brooklyn. I think it was in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
man.
a Warrior show.
And then I'm at the Warriors show, and I was like, I was going to meet him. I wanted to chop it up with him. And then I walked up to him, and he was like, oh, he was like mad disrespectful. And then he was putting his ears, that's your man? And then he was like, yeah, it's my man. So he was like, oh, what up? He went right back to being the
But
heel.
see, no one does that anymore. Nobody does that anymore. Even the heels, right? You go watch an indie show, guys heels are back, everybody boom. At the intermission, what he's doing?
Talking to you.
These kissing babies and
Pictures,
shaking hands.
stuff like that.
That is
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
Like the only time that he ever broke character is when like we went behind stage to like fake interview. I told him I hate you. I was like, yo, one of my favorite wrestlers. He's like, yo, thank you, I appreciate it.
See?
And it was after, but I would never do all of that in front of everyone else.
Right. That's how it's supposed to be. No one wants to be, and that's the thing that's missing in wrestling. The old is new, new is the old, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like no one wants to be, because they say kayfabe is dead, right?
Mhm.
But if you have wrestlers like Darius, you have certain wrestlers that do the kayfabe thing and keep it alive, then everything will be different. Like some lady was so mad that she wrote a letter to the owner of WoW, was like talking about Darius, oh, he's so disgraceful, blah 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 blah, da 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 da. And WWE would never do this, but then again, WWE would never put a heel like him around
On
the
TV.
fans. No, on the fans. If you when Undertaker's heel,
Well, that's true, because that's like,
That is
for
true.
instance, NXT champion
Tommaso?
Ciampa
will never do meet and greets, will never shake hands. Like, everybody's been wanting it on Twitter, on social media. Customary, like, is the heel.
It doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense.
Why would you
Yeah,
do it?
why would we have a meet and greet and you put the top here?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. But
And the
everybody,
fact that, the fact that
I would do a meet and greet though. Because that's how I would do it though. So I do the meet and greet. Little kid comes up, hey, Wilkins. Shut the fuck up and take this picture. Yeah, something like that.
I don't think the kid
But
would
then-
take
And
a
I put the
picture
table
of-
to leave.
but then that's the thing though. It's like you're doing the meet and greet because it's like a part of you wants that admiration, wants
No, I
that
don't want
connection.
admiration.
No, you do because you're there.
I want to.
Nah, because you're there.
No, I don't want to be there.
No, you do.
No, you do.
I don't want to be there.
No,
Okay.
psychologically, yeah, you do. You want to be
I
there.
want to be a heel.
Yeah,
But see, everyone wants to be here, but everyone wants to be praised.
I don't want to be praised.
Darius, you
People
know
really don't
what?
like me anyway.
Right, so he thrives on people hating him. So he looks for more. How can I get you to boo me more?
Yeah.
He has a lot. Anywhere he goes, he gets a lot of boos. But he's like, how can I get that more?
But that's a good thing.
And he looks like, he looks mad like robotic looking. I don't like him, son.
It looks like Leo.
Yes, but I love him.
But
Like,
the difference
his
is,
moveset? Oh my gosh.
Wait, what?
I love, no.
Oh, I thought you said something.
I booed him out of respect. That's how much I like him. Because I booed him because I like him. Because I got him, he's a heel, I got to boo him as a heel. And I got to respect him for that.
Gotta give him that heat.
Yeah.
And I feel like that sometimes is always missing in wrestling, especially especially on the like WWE side, on the TNA side. Like the whole Becky Lynch shit, when that shit happened after SummerSlam, she was getting cheered at Barclays. It's like, no, like
that's
you're supposed to boo her.
boo her.
But not everyone has that old school mentality anymore. But enough about, Darius Carter and all these other people. Let's talk about our guest.
Oh, me?
Yeah, well, for me, I know him outside of the, squared circle. He's been our good friend for well over 6 years. So we've actually seen the growth and maturity of this professional wrestler that I'm sitting next to. So it's really good to finally have him here. I typically do a whole intro on the person, give them a little background, I'm actually going to give you your time to shine and tell everybody your past, present, and future ideas of wrestling. And for your character, I want to hear like how'd you come up with your name, finisher, where you wrestled, your biggest match so far. I think that's super aggressive, and we not should treat our friend and our guest that way. So
Sure. You good?
Lord, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about you. You always want to fight your friends. Like, you always want to be like, yo, bro.
I think it'll be good chemistry. Pause.
That's true. No, listen, that makes the best matches. I ain't gonna lie.
It does. So tell those that are watching on the live feed and on our YouTube land who you are.
Well, I am Marcus Marquee. How did I come up with the name? Ah, man, I went through a filter of names. The first one that one of my friends suggested, so he was like, hey, what about BJ Brave? I said, nah, bro.
I kind of like that.
That's
No.
a blowjob.
Thank you. I would not go out anywhere.
Like, that was obvious.
His name BJ Brave. Nah,
like the
Blowjob
brave
brave.
the Brave part is pretty cool, right?
You brave for BJ?
Right, like, you're raving blowjobs. That's
Oh, he
blowjob.
does. He's like, oh, I'm going to give that.
You know why? Because he thought it, and he just didn't say it. And when I said it, he was like, "Oh, she thought the same thing I thought."
So
Like,
he had one of those.
right? He was just like, "Oh shit, we're thinking the same thing."
So,
And then
BJ Brave.
Yeah, BJ Brave, that was one. Then it was BJ Castle, right?
So blowjob castles.
Right. And I was like, let's stay away from the BJ part. We didn't need to worry.
Why did you think of Be Brave or Be Castle?
Nah, I didn't want anything close to my name.
Okay.
I wanted a completely different persona. And here's the reason why. Because whenever I'm in the area of wherever the arena I'm at, I turn into that person. So if I was to go to like a restaurant or whatever, or let's say I'm going to, for instance, Wendy's, and they ask for my name, I'm going to say Marcus. I'm not going to say Brent, I say Marcus. So just in case if someone's hearing around, that's with the kayfabe. If someone hears, oh, it's Marcus over there. And I'm like, Brent, I'm like, here, kills it. It kills it. So I was like,
So what if you see somebody that you haven't seen in years and say, yeah, what up? Blah, blah, blah. He said that's not my name, my name is Marcus.
oh, if I see someone I haven't seen in a long time
Yeah.
and I'm in the area and they see
Yeah.
me, I would do like, I should do comedy. So I would do the comedy aspect. Hey man, how you doing? Before they even get a chance to say anything, come here. Let me talk to you real quick. Listen, Marcus. Alright, just keep it how it is. Cause cool. Cause it's been times when I've been like on a ferry and it was a fan on the ferry. I had to complete kayfabe real quick. Hey Marcus, how you doing? How's everything? Hey man, I'm doing good, man. Getting ready for this match and stuff. Like I had to literally be like, damn, it's like that. That's when I started doing like, alright, I'm in the area. Start saying Marcus. Start acting like Marcus Marquee.
So do you have like a fake ID that says Marcus Marquee?
I don't.
Why did you just get so aggressive?
I don't have that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Because
stop that
that's fraud. I can't. That's fraud. You trying to get me caught up? Damn.
All right, so we go from Blowjob City to how do we get to Marcus Marquee?
Yeah. So I my first spot on the show was with Jay George. I did a little spot where supposed to be this kid from Staten Island who got harassed by the cops because around the whole
Eric Gardner.
Eric
feel
Gardner
comfortable with
thing.
this. I don't
Hold
feel
on. But the thing was, he was facing a cop, Chris Payne. Chris Payne is a cop, so he's facing the cop. So
George facing the cop?
he was, Jay George was facing Chris Payne.
Is the cop white?
Yes. That's the whole thing. So my thing was like, all right, I need a name.
Who came up with this? Yes!
Jay George. So I was gonna be there. He was like, yeah. So how'd you feel? Da da da. And I was like, yeah. I felt threatened because I was just going to the store to get milk for my grandmother. I go to CSI. This whole complete I made the backstory to make it why Jay George fought Chris Payne because he started attacking me. Chris Payne came to save me. So it was like a different
This is
white
fire.
guy saving a black kid in the community. The whole thing.
Wait, hold on. It's the white guy saving the black kid?
No, it's It's the white cop who's a wrestler saving a black kid. He's getting beat up by Jay George. Jay George was a bad guy.
Jay Judge the black guy.
No, he's like
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
Yo, what kind of backward racism is this?
Exactly.
But Jay George's
I'm
character,
invested.
right?
Whoa. What kind of white is he? Is he like?
Like a tie.
Like a white.
Oh, that makes sense. With the whole, come on, y'all.
Yeah. So then,
perfect.
And it's funny because when he was helping me out the ring, some guy in the audience was like, I never seen a white guy help a black kid. So like it got over. Like we did our job. So and that like, I was like, all right. I wanted something I went so coming to America. I was like, all right, how about Hakeem Ali? They was like.
That's super black.
They was like, nah, because there's an actual wrestler named Hakeem Ali. And I was like, all right, how about Marcus Castle? I pulled Marcus out of nowhere. I was like, all right, cool. So then being that I can't be the plant name, I had to change it. So I was like, all right, cool. So being in training at this stuff, I would pick up stuff real quick. So I'm like,
So for those watching, how long have you been training?
3 years, 3.5 years.
And from what school?
Warriors of Wrestling, WOW out in Staten Island, Victory Boulevard. They had a whole bunch of things happen to them.
Were you there when Isaiah Wolf came with his bike?
I'm the reason why Isaiah Wolf is here with his bike.
See, he didn't want to give you credit.
You didn't.
Nah, he didn't want to give me
He
credit.
just said like,
No, but
He
he
just
talked about
said-
he did say Marcus. He did say it.
Shh.
You trying to create drama for no number title?
Thank you.
yes.
Oh.
Stirring the pot over here.
And he was watching earlier too.
We're not lying. I don't lie.
The reason why I came in is dead.
No, for real, no. I'm like I'm part of one of the reasons why Isaiah Wolf is in Warriors of Wrestling. That's about it. That's the only thing I say I'm responsible of him being in Warriors, stuff like that.
You got him the bike?
That's his bike. I don't.
Yo, what did you hear?
I'm not saying
I told you, there doesn't process information.
I don't remember the story how he got you there.
Yo, you heard the story twice.
I'm the reason why he's in Warriors. That's it.
How'd you get him to Warriors?
Because he was there first.
I'm the plug. How about that? I'm the plug.
So you gotta keep this. So you gotta learn how to talk.
Yeah, I'm the plug. That's all.
There you go.
But go ahead, this story sounds so like.
Plug me in too soon.
Right. So what you said?
Nigga, what?
So you came with the name Marquis Castle. He was training.
Right, Marcus Castle.
Marcus Castle.
That was just the plant name
Yeah.
for the show. Then Marquis came because I would do things fairly easy, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then Sue was like, yeah, you do things kind of like Sue.
Sue.
Who's Sue?
I don't know Sue.
Sue.
You gotta tell them the audience.
No, it's the reason why I'm saying Sue for a reason.
See, why you about to do that? And I'm watching you do it. So I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah,
like,
Isaiah Wolf said he gonna chop the crap out of you.
Oof. You're welcome.
I'm not.
So
Sue, your friend.
So my friend Sue was like, oh, what about Marquee? Because like everything you do, that's kind of like you want to be like the main attraction. And I was like, yo, I like that. So like Marcus Marquee. So then that's how the name was birthed. Marcus Marquee. And then when I'm in training, sometimes I go to training by myself, and I be in there by myself, and I don't tell no one I'm going, and I'll practice moves over and over and over and over. I can do it by myself till I get it down pat.
Let me ask you a question. You be fucking ring rats?
No,
why was that the? Wow.
I don't fuck ring rats. I stay away from them.
No, because it was episode of Maury.
It was.
Some guys do.
What are ring rats exactly?
Ring rats are those who pretty much all go to every show and they talk to only the wrestlers because they want to fuck the wrestler.
Are they any cute? Are they cute?
Some of them are cute, some of them aren't.
So do like
I met a
podcast
couple
dudes
of
about wrestling?
Wait,
Say that
what?
again?
Do like guys on podcasts?
Podcast
Wait,
rats?
what? Okay, wait. I'm trying to understand. Are you
Podcast.
asking if right, like
So like
So,
so like if someone's watching the show
yeah, it's just like
and they
that,
slide
you
in
do like a
someone's
wrestling
DM.
podcast. So I figured that it's kind of the same thing.
Well, here's one way you can
So
find
you're
out.
asking if you got
So this is what
you got
find
fans.
out.
That's what you're trying to
That's not the point if I have to.
say. That is the point. That's exactly what
Yeah.
that is.
You wanna fuck the fans, B?
No, listen, that's none of my
Is
business.
there someone that watches all the time you want to smash?
Hey, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't
boys and
know.
girls who's out there, who wants to fuck, who wants to fuck Mr. Black?
All I know
Is that what you
checked
wanna
the
know?
numbers. I checked the numbers yesterday. We're very popular in Virginia. Like most of all our numbers come from Virginia.
So
Like
check it. So you know what you do? This is how you find out if you're ring. I shouldn't tell you this. But this is what you do if you find out you're a podcast rats or not, right? You would do a special pop up in Virginia to do a live show. So everybody come out. And from there you'll find out.
We go fuck all the rats.
I didn't say all that.
He never said that.
Damn, bro. I said that's ain't fun if you have podcast racks. Because there are people, there aren't racks that just support your brand and they
Correct.
follow you and support you.
Yeah.
But that's how you weed out the rats. Because if you do it in Virginia, and if they come out, and you do another one, let's say like in I don't know, Washington, like DC, they'll come out, okay, oh yeah, I remember you was in Virginia, oh, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. It's like,
I mean, one of us here has like messed with somebody that watches the show. I'm not gonna say which one out of all three of us.
damn.
We're moving on.
Yes, we are. I'm not gonna say nothing. You know what? I'm doing Rick Ross and I'm just gonna look away. That's
A clown.
Yeah, man.
So what?
Y'all all nasty.
You the nastiest of them all. You just sat here and it's like, oh, do we have podcast rats? You inquired.
I mean, listen, you can have them and not touch them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you had them, would you touch them? Oh, that didn't really sound so
It
good.
depends.
On what?
It depends like if we vibe and click well.
So one they gotta be black.
Nah.
Right, like.
That's all they have to be there.
So like, so you got
So you really want groupies, don't you?
Yo,
You do.
Can he finish his
No,
story?
yeah, he will, but we
No,
just
you
want
want
to know.
groupies.
You want groupies.
You really want groupies?
It's okay to say you do.
Everybody wants groupies.
No.
I don't want groupies.
Everybody wants groupies, okay. No,
No.
I'm gonna tell you why everybody wants groupies. Everybody wants groupies to know that they're wanted. That's all it is.
No.
Like my mother loved me.
That's fine.
I'm okay.
I mean, I love
But
it.
it's a different one.
That is true though.
You know what? I read this article about prostitution.
It's ended. Do it again. Please, thank
It was a
you.
great article about prostitution. How that this girl was like, I don't have daddy issues or mommy issues. Just that I just want to be loved differently.
That's what it is. That's all it is, man. It's a different psychology to everything.
It definitely is though.
But alright, back to your wonderful story. So
Yeah.
Marcus Marquee is born, and then my follow-up question to you is, what's a pro and con in pro wrestling?
Politics.
That a pro or a con?
Both.
Ooh, that's deep.
It's
You want to
both.
explain?
So there's, in my opinion, there's the right way out of politics and there's the wrong way out of politics.
How do you?
And
The wrong way.
the wrong way out of politics is like
Fucking
saying
rats.
the brother code. It's like, hey, you do for me, I do for you, kind of thing. That's the wrong way to politics because it's like you're not doing it on basis on your skill. You're doing it with what can I do for you, which is why sometimes you have a lot of things. You go, I don't know if you guys see it. You go on the show, you be like, ugh, that guy's pretty bad. I know about 10 other people
Yeah.
who could be in his spot, just off the rip of going to different independent shows.
Okay.
So that's the brother code, right? Well, the brother booking. I like to call it. I'm not gonna say we. I'm gonna say me, because I don't care. It could come back on me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Looking for that heat. Looking for that smoke.
I could get the heat.
Why
Get it,
not?
it don't matter.
2019, no
I mean, I'm
one
already
here.
black. I already got that against me. What's another?
I'm sorry.
Can you expand on that, bro?
If I was white, if I was white, I would hate you because your attitude is so like rebellious. It's just so
And
like.
that's the fun thing too, because that's another thing too. The other thing with that I'm gonna get back to you, but the positive way of politicking is, say, for instance, have a match with Anthony Gango and Juba. Have a match with them. And they say, oh, that guy, you guys are pretty good. And give pointers. Okay, they're more established than I am. And okay, I listen. And then I keep seeing my other shows and stuff like that. And blah, 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 whatever. They keep seeing I'm getting better. And then they have a spot on Hog. And then Red or whoever asks, hey, you know any upcoming guys who need a spot or really good, blah, blah, blah. They'll be like, we know somebody, such. It's good politics.
See, but I wouldn't call that politicking. That's definitely more on the networking side.
No, it's politics. Because if I see him, let's say I see him going to every Capitol show,
Correct.
right? And I talk to him every Capitol show. Not to get a booking, but just talking to being a good person. How you doing? How's everything? How's your shoulder? I know you dislocated. How's everything going good? Blah, blah. And I've done that before. I mean, he dislocated at a Capitol show. I waited a couple of days to hit him up, make sure he was good. That's just me being the person that who I am. I'm not trying to politic, I'm trying to find out how he's doing.
Right.
Who's to say later on down the line they won't help me out when they looking for a new talent that brings somebody in for a battle royal or whatever? I go and show what I could do. But you know what? I kind of like that guy. I'll bring him back in like 2 months. And that's how it
Good
goes.
politics,
Okay.
That's good politics. That's showing your worth without
Of your merits.
without sucking dick, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Sucking dick.
Wow.
That's
So,
what happens.
my question to you would be, so you mentioned before, and we know this because we're friends and we all know each other. You used to do comedy.
Right.
What kind of made you shift gears? Because you were doing the comedy thing, and it was he was doing shows, it was working, it was moving, and then literally it felt like one day you was doing comedy, and then like 360 you were I'm gonna be a professional wrestler. So my question to you is, what was it that jump started your professional career in wrestling?
So, one, my day job, because I have to wake up and I have to be working 6 o'clock in the morning. So that affects my comedy. Comedy is strictly nightlife.
So,
I
when it's in wrestling now,
briefly.
how do you deal with that shit? Like, you see, you're constantly grinding, but then the pops are getting in the way. How do you keep pushing
yourself?
So, it's two ways. I think there's 2 ways to do it, right?
You know something.
You either succumb.
Oh, I'm about to say, you either suck dick.
No, you either succumb to the masses and you do what everyone else does, or you just put on your grind boots and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do it different.
Okay, so another question I have, I listened to Living Garcia's podcast, Chasing Glory. She had Mustafa Ali on there, and that was great stuff with Mustafa Ali. And she mentioned, like, Mustafa Ali mentioned that a lot of people told him to do a lot of like stereotypical stuff, do jobby stuff, say something in foreign language shit. And at one point he basically said, you don't think that I'm gonna do it. He knows that he had a lot more booking when he was doing the stereotypical type to make his people look bad. And he realized he was in an audience, he saw a kid look just like him, hated him. He's like, dang, I'm teaching someone who look just like me to hate me.
Mm-hmm.
My question to ask you is, have you ever been in a situation where you had to basically
Be the nigga?
ask you to do some nigga-ish, and you had to look at yourself that, dang, like, was that similar to you? Like, you had to say, I gotta do this for the booking? Matter of fact, better question. Have you ever sold out your people for the money or for the booking?
Hell no, I'll never do that. At the end
But,
of the day,
okay, better question. Have you ever been in a situation that you had to make the decision?
I've never been in that situation yet, but I think I'm coming close to that situation in one promotion. I'm not gonna say the name. I've been asked one time, and I think we've attest to this. They call it hot nigga shit in the indies.
Elaborate on it. What is the hot nigga-ish?
Okay.
Oh, so now we gonna act like we don't cuss?
So
I'm out of the bedroom.
they would say hot nigga shit. They'll be like, listen, need to go out there and do the hot nigga shit. AKA being, what do black people, what we good for? Being out there.
Wait, time out. Who is saying these words?
Yeah.
Listen, it's people, I'm not gonna say who.
No, but is there people of color?
No.
And they say
No.
hot nigga shit?
Yeah, do the hot nigga shit, right? And you look at them like, oh, you did that?
Like, nigga, you serious?
And the hot nigga shit is, what are black people known for? The athletics, right? Real talk. That's why.
Well, that's wild.
That's why.
Yo, that's wild.
That's why my character is my character. That's why you don't never see me fly. Cause I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not doing no hot nigga shit.
No.
I can
Called
do
hot nigga shit?
Yes.
You know this is going on YouTube,
That's
right?
fine. I don't care. Listen, I said I had a lot to get off my chest. I had a lot to talk about.
This is his therapy session.
This is
why
it.
this
Like
is it.
they call it hot nigga shit.
Oh, okay. All right. So people who just joined the live feed, what is the hot nigga shit?
Anything athletic.
So
Because niggas are athletic.
So
hold on. Let me finish. So you're talking about white promoters
Yeah.
will ask you to do the hot nigga shit.
Only if they're comfortable with you. So they're
Nah.
That's how they do
Let
it. You know the remember that game you play? Telephone?
of course, yeah.
Okay. So one of them like, cause everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. 7 degrees of separation, right?
Yeah.
So it was like, that's your man's. Listen, I need you to tell him we need this. And it's like, alright. So now I tell the person who's a person, and they go to the person they're most comfortable with, like, yo, You go out there, let's go down and shit. Alright. And it'll come off as the person's telling you, yo, go kill it. And you think, alright, we got it. And then you'll go and do hot nigga shit, and then the promoter will be like, yes.
Do they say that to, what if, do they say that to the other races? If he's Asian, do they say that do the hot Asian stuff? Or do they say do
No, because you ever seen Asians really be athletic? Let's be honest.
Nah, they do karate moves.
Alright then, they're not gonna be like,
No, they don't do karate moves. They not be saying that.
martial arts.
Martial arts. Okay, fine.
No, not all Asians do martial arts.
Fine. What about the Hispanic people? Do they tell them, do they say do the hot Goya stuff?
You ever seen Mexicans really fly?
Yes!
Yes.
Okay, they'll say, do the what? Well, you see when Mexicans fly.
Lucha?
There you go.
Wow.
You just mind fucked up.
So, that's what it is. It's like,
So okay, hold on.
It's like this. Here we go. It's like this, right? So it's like, it's like a default thing, right? So if you see
Hi, Alex.
if you see a Mexican or Spanish wrestler, you automatically assume,
Lucha.
they do lucha shit, right? That's not what it's fucked up, but that's not always the case.
But a good chunk of the lucha stuff.
They do.
But
A lot of them
is
do.
it like you know a certain high like Hernandez? He does like, he does a lot of
Hernandez doesn't do a lot of lucha shit.
El Patron's do a lot of lucha shit.
Right.
At all.
He could do it.
He could do it.
Yeah, he can, but he doesn't.
He decided not
He grounds people, yeah.
He decided not to. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be the stereotype. I'm not gonna be the one to see me like.
What about
Yeah.
what's his name? Is it Chavo?
That's pretty lucha.
Chavo flies.
No, not Chavo. Is Dean Spanish?
Who?
No, he's not.
Dean who?
Dean.
I was about to say Dean Malenko. My bad.
Dean Malenko?
No.
No, he just around Las Vegas.
Yeah, because he brown and he kept that.
He sounds
Sounds Italian.
Yeah.
very white. But anyway, I'm gonna close this segment with just 2 questions to you. And then we'll move on. First question is, what has been your biggest match so far in your career? And then the second one would be, what is your dream match in your career?
My biggest match in my career. Biggest match. Well, it's like 2. One I was in, kind of sort of, not really. Other one I participated in. One of my biggest matches was with Andros, when we did the 3 Stages of Hell. That was pretty big.
That was huge.
I felt like that was pretty big because I felt
I don't
like
think you should have lost, but that's neither here nor there because I'm not a booker. But
I felt like that was pretty big because it was like that's the first time we really were given like the green light to go, but I felt like it came like way too late. We were never really given the green light to go. Like we've been handed, I don't want to say handed opportunities, but it was times where we should have been in place to be somewhere and it got taken away from us for whatever reason, probably brother reason.
Mm-hmm.
And another cool thing for me, like I was in the ring with Paula in Homicide. I didn't wrestle them,
Yeah.
nothing like that, but I was in the ring with them.
That's
You know
dope.
what I mean? I didn't wrestle beside them, but it was like a little thing where we just like look at each other, alright, dapped up, and that was pretty cool. But that's about it. But it's been things where I've been. I mean, hell, I'm friends with Elijah Burke, so that's cool.
Yeah. I had to let somebody know on there. Somebody was like, this live feed is mad boring. So I said, your mother's born in bed.
oh wow,
They
who
said
said
what?
that?
Who said that?
Compton's very own. I don't know what his nigga's name is.
Compton's very own, huh? Ah, you must have just tuned in, huh, brother?
Mhm.
Okay.
I told him his mother's born in bed. So fuck you.
Damn, brother. You gotta come in from the
Probably
beginning.
a doc too.
Huh?
Probably a doc.
I
Or
don't care.
probably just don't even know what the fuck he listening to.
That too.
And then your dream match.
Yeah.
Ooh, dream match. Right now, am I at a point in my career? I'm not gonna throw like a name out there because everybody will throw like a name, right? Like an indie, like a name. I'm gonna say Darius Lockhart.
Oh, that's my guy.
A fellow friend
Yeah.
of the Job Tears
That's our guy. Yeah,
podcast.
Darius Lockhart.
I met him MLW and stuff like that, and I stole his whole idea from my Instagram page. Stole this whole idea, black and white. Stole the shit out of it. I told
Yeah,
him
I
to.
know.
I said, yo, I'm stealing it.
What he said?
He's like,
Cool. He's like, cool. I said, no, I'm dead ass. I already started.
He's too smooth. for
He's definitely a
Yeah.
southern laid
Yeah.
back guy.
But
so.
I would, if I could have a match with him, that would be pretty dope.
All right,
I still have a good match.
Joaquin, if anyone is listening and knows Joaquin Morales, owner of Battle Club Pro, I need you to do me a huge favor, and I need you to book this match. Even if we need to sponsor it, I will sponsor it out of my own pocket.
I might do like 1 or 2 hot.
I need this match to happen. Darius Lockhart versus
You know, I'm
Marcus
texting
Marquee.
randomly now.
Yeah.
Hot nigga.
Like legit, and it's funny because it's like we have a thing where like we had a Oos and I, Zay Wolf, call him Oos.
I know.
Yeah, Oos
She
and I.
mentioned it.
We it was a time like we was at training and it was like because they wanted a preview if they would put us in like the note if we was at a match together. It was like, yo, just do hot nigga shit, and me Oos and each other was like,
Nigga.
alright, and we did a whole bunch of dumb shit, just flipping and it's retarded. It was good, good 10 minutes, but it was just stupid, flipping and stuff.
Which I think is great. But once again, I am advocating Darius Lockhart versus Marcus Marquee. Come on, let's make it happen. Let's talk. Let's talk business.
Oh, I also want to face Perfect Party too. If we could do a Perfect Face versus
Ooh, they good.
I always
Private
wanted
Party?
that. Yeah, I always wanted.
Why you look like that?
So here's the thing too. I've always like we do these warrior tapings, right? We do these tapings, right? And it was 2 teams I always requested, and they always escaped the threshold, right? It was NYKW, Private Party. Always
Oh,
one of
my
those two.
boys.
Those 2. And the time when we had to change the face NYKW, my partner breaks his face. So we never got to really go.
Right, I remember that because
Yeah.
I was excited. And I was like,
We never got to go because he broke his face. Being Cesaro. Stupid. Yeah.
all right, so let's move along to the rumor of the week. So as we did mention before, Final Battle, Ring of Honor show, and Wilkins saw first-handedly Dalton Castle. Dalton's been in the indie scenes, especially in Ring of Honor, for a few years, up and coming, and really as a 32-year-old, pro wrestler, he is hitting his prime time, and there are a lot of eyes on Sir Dalton Castle. So apparently WWE has been poking that side, like we're interested, but to me, I don't get why, because him and Tyler Breeze and Fandango, the gimmick is very similar. It's a very great area for me. So my question to you guys is, what would be your dream match if Dalton ever came to WWE?
He's not coming to WWE.
I said once again, I said if you don't follow directions, nor listen.
I'm not answering this question.
Why?
It's a waste of time for this dude to come to WWE.
Why would it be?
It's that type of gimmick never does well in WWE.
Yeah.
And we've seen it numerous times.
Flamboyant.
Yeah, the only time it's really gone well
Goldust.
was Goldust. And he went left with that.
Yeah.
My man was on his hands and knees while his girl is bringing
He
him back.
definitely kissed Ahmed Johnson.
Yeah, was on his hands and knees
And Piper.
and has
He corrects Saudi Arabia.
a freaking dog leash on,
Yeah.
walking down the aisle. That's the only person that have this shit work. It's not her for Dalton Castle. At all. And if it will, it'll be over for like 15 minutes and then be done.
Just like
I don't like the dude's talented. I've seen him face in person. I saw him wrestle in the ring. He is broken up also. He is beat up. No, being a personal trainer, you see people and how they move. That man is bruised up. His body is broken down. Like you can tell. And he has he has a back brace. He has
I think he was coming off of an injury. That's
a
probably
knee thing and stuff
why.
like that. He is beat the fuck up. He's on WWE? Okay.
Remember what I told you about that time when he was doing that thing a year ago?
Yeah.
With the documentary thing? And
Yeah.
Yeah, remember I told you about how I understand how people get hooked on like back in the day,
Painkillers?
and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's why, because it's like, if I don't take this booking, am I gonna have another booking happen?
When's the next booking?
So it was like, that plays a part in it too.
Nah, I think WWE is probably trying to tone down what the guys do now.
Mm-hmm.
I slowly see that happening right now.
No, I'm just saying in the indies, because he's still in the indies.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like, what they put their bodies through, like, I was watching him put that match on, and I was like, yo, he's doing a phenomenal job, but he's broken. And he said he's come off an injury. He's like, and that just makes it even worse. Like, you're coming off an injury?
Yeah.
I know you want to see him in a match would be great with somebody who's like, I see him and Adam Cole put on a great match. I can see that.
They have though.
They have. I can see them do
I
that.
have a few here. Castle and Black.
No.
Dream and
Aleister Black would be a great gimmick versus gimmick match.
Yeah. But then again, like you said, is okay. Let's say that if I see him go to WWE, it might be a chance to rehab his whole body because it's like he has a great safety net, and he has the health insurance. And at times like, yo, listen,
They got health insurance?
they pay for niggas that don't even wrestle no more
Yeah, they
to
do,
get
yeah.
shit
So
done.
like how they imagine, like he might go there as far as you know what, it's ending career. I
You
need to
think
rest.
Scott Hall got
And
back
then,
to
yeah,
being
next thing you
Scott
know, he takes that rest. Like he takes that rest. He go to NXT for a while, rehab his whole body for a whole year. He comes back fresh. And next time you don't do that, I feel like they're gonna do something like they're interested in him because he had the same gimmick in Ring of Honor, but twist it around and be a trio with the Fashion Police.
I wouldn't do that. If they did
No,
a
but knowing
gimmick,
them. Oh no, you know what? You know
I
what?
would keep the same, and I would keep the two boys that be with him. I would keep
You know
the
what?
gimmick the same.
You know what? I take that back. I take that back because the way that WWE is going, they actually trying to change the direction of the company. So, let's say, hypothetically speaking, let me be very optimistic. I have no hopes, nothing, expectation for WWE at all because I don't know what they're doing with the product.
It's not about expectation. Like, if you were to see him against someone in the fairyland of WWE, who would you want to see?
As I said, I don't want him to come. Like, he's hurt, he's beat up. Okay, Fairyland, him, I think it would be a very good match, him versus AJ Styles. I think that would be very good. I know that's a really good thing. I mean, there's something easy to say about him and AJ Styles.
You know
Not
who
easy,
also
that's
be doing?
what it is.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, definitely.
That makes the styles. Him and Blake Murphy. How about that?
I mean, Mustafa Ali came up to the main roster,
So
so.
mix it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mustafa Ali is
He out here breaking jaws,
cutting checks.
cutting checks.
Man, Vince was like, I like you, let's cut this check.
Yeah, and then it went all maybe downhill from there.
I think that they try to, because they always mention him as a, what's his name, born,
I know what you're talking about.
Punjabi.
No, not Punjabi. Pakistan born, right? They tend to push that, and I think they try to push them to the moon a little bit to basically.
But that's Saudi money?
Yes,
Saudi money is always
because
good
the
money.
way they go, and the fact they put him on the main roster, that he's on Lillian Garcia, like when you hear his story, how they try to embrace it, the fact that he hugged his wife with a with a very traditional piece on. Come on, B. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our WWE recap. As everyone know, we have hit the end of 2018, and tables, ladders, and chairs was this past Sunday. Guys, I'm just gonna ask one up, one down from everyone at the table for TLC.
I go first. TLC.
What up, Jay?
Dang.
Chelsea was fun.
It was. You know what? My up is Ronda Rousey match. Like after that match, I became a fan. Like I became.
Nigga, it was Nia that made her nice.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
No, listen.
y'all don't give
Listen.
Nia
I
her
mean, I
credit.
Nia,
You DM'd her from the podcast.
My nigga, who runs the podcast page? It ain't you,
I'm
and it's
just
sometimes not you. It's this nigga right here.
I'm just
She's here. She's going through me. Nigga, please. Why you trying to shut my shit down?
I'm not. I'm
Why
just
you trying to
saying,
shut my
I'm
shit
just
down?
I'm just
No.
saying,
You were trying to shut my shit
Nah.
down.
What she said?
You are.
You see, thank you, because she,
From
the podcast page. But
podcast.
regardless, who runs the podcast page? It ain't you. You barely on the shit. I'm trying to get you to put a fucking video up, and since you want to do it.
Nope.
So now she's gonna be like, oh, it's from the podcast page.
No.
My nigga, please.
Real talk.
So she
Nia
was.
Jax sometimes be like replying to him, dog.
Word?
Yeah, no,
She replies all the time.
Applied to the podcast.
Sometimes.
So what she said though?
Hey,
She was like, yo, thank you, bro. I was like, it's like you put on a great match. I was like, yo, thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
And I sent her the link of me talking about how Ronda and her
But she
had a
watched
great
it,
match.
though.
She watched
It
it.
said scene.
it said views.
She viewed it, she liked it too. My nigga, it's from the podcast page that I run. Why are you a hater? She's such a fucking hater.
I'm just acknowledging that everyone, including Nia Jackson, follow the Java Tears podcast at the Java Tears
And
podcast.
now she wanna plug me.
That's what I was trying to do from the fucking beginning, but your ass
No, I said the bar. I said, okay, hold on.
Why else would I mention a podcast?
Wait, time I said at the bar, right? Hey, we ain't live at the bar, and she goes, hold out. It's from the podcast page.
It is.
This fucking hater. Hater.
So everybody that's watching can encourage Nia Jax to actually follow the Java Tears podcast and actually continue to reply to this nigga that keeps trying to slide in her DM.
Thank you. That who actually took a picture of her though. What's his name? Jonathan. Yeah.
Oh, word?
Yo, every time we posted about Nia, I took a picture of her. You know how he like, cool dude. But like, yo, he has something.
A cool dude.
No, he's not cool. Like, yo, I've encouraged him. Have to chill after with his girl. Like, yo,
is that really his girl?
Yo,
that's his girl, B.
Because like how that, if it wasn't, she would not be laughing and blushing.
Yo, he please small dick in her, son.
All right.
I got a small dick.
I don't know. I'm saying.
Wow.
I give it a thumbs up. I really like the.
Yes.
Wow.
No. Let me finish.
This nigga dad said.
Let me finish. I really like the whole Ronda and what's name because I really see her progress. And my favorite part is it felt like a real fight. Like I'm becoming a fan of Ronda because of her mannerisms in the ring. Like I feel like she put her all into it. How she moves, her footwork. She's actually getting better and better and better. The fact that she's like, nah, and she made you do like Chris Benoit with her pants. She was like, nah, I'm gonna get this. Right? Yo, Shorty went up, was like, boom, hit with another one, boom. You felt,
cause Nia's fire.
Like, yo, you felt
Nia's
like,
fire.
yo, I need to win this match. You felt it difficult. You felt everything. The fact that she looked at her man.
Keep talking, B.
Like,
keep talking, B.
Oh!
Keep talking.
And once again,
keep talking.
That match, it just, yo, listen. Everybody might say, her Natalia, her Charlotte, her and Becky. No. This is her Edge. This is her Undertaker.
Woo! Talk to him!
Alright?
Talk to
You
him!
don't have to convince me. I've said it since Money in the Bank.
No, we know. No, it's not you. It's about the people that's watching. The people that's watching gotta understand it. That Nia Jax brings the best out in Ronda. And these motherfuckers don't understand this shit. Cause they're haters. Haters. H-A-T-E-R. Haters. I forgot the S. H-A-T-E-R-S. Haters.
Why he yelling?
Okay.
He feels passionate.
Okay.
All right.
Bullshit out here.
My down is, yo, the SmackDown tag team match. Like, why the hell was just a regular triple threat?
And why the fuck did the bar win? Like,
Yeah, so that's only down. Other than that, the event was real solid.
Unless we set up for Sanity to take them belts off of them, I don't want to hear it.
What's next?
Oh, me? Okay.
Yo, you ready?
You already said what was supposed to be up. Ronda versus Nia. We don't need to elaborate on that again. We good.
Okay.
But the best match of the night, we all know this was a triple threat women's main event match. That shit, I rewatched it because there was a situation and I couldn't watch the match. Back to what I was saying.
Back to what
I said. The best match on that card was that triple threat TLC match. Phenomenal. Because I watched it again when I was eating some chicken.
It was good, yeah. I watched
What kind of chicken?
I was eating some grilled chicken.
Here we go.
Classic.
I got to keep my weight under 230.
For what?
I don't like how I feel like 235.
Okay.
It's a personal reference.
No, it's okay.
And I always feel like I move better, especially in the bedroom when I'm under 230.
So
You got probably a goal weight. Like, there's a certain weight where, like, for anybody, like, you'll move effectively. You see, when I notice, when I'm on, like, for me, it's 235. I feel I'm super effective, flexible. I'm able to pull out all the arsenals. But when I'm at 250, 300,
you never said what your finishing move was.
I got a sequence.
You have a sequence?
So it's like
Use
it's
the
like
same moves.
so it's like A, R1, R2.
It's like
what?
there's various sequence and degrees. It all depends on the tiredness. All depends on that.
What?
The tiredness.
Your tiredness.
How tired you are.
Yeah.
Because sometimes y'all just lay there.
Yeah.
Y'all just be laying there and niggas ready to do all the work.
Yeah. Like you got to put the leg back,
so
you got to get from the side, you got to get choking. To him, no mark.
They still drop their legs down. Like,
They'll smoke you. To you tell them,
you know this by now. You know this shit.
Work. shut. You getting lazy now. I said, nigga, I'm sweating and shit.
Hold you like them yourself. Yeah, I ain't holding that.
Tie that shit.
Yeah. Oh no, messing me up. Throw me off.
I'm not
Vice
that.
president of the Dick Club. But that girl, you brought that girl.
That's Amazon.
How the fuck is she holding her legs anyway?
My man got a swing set.
Ladies and gentlemen, who's watching the podcast, watch it on YouTube. This past Sunday, Leo came through with an Amazon, a Nia Jax with the black version. Not as cute, not as beautiful as Nia Jax, of course.
And you know what's crazy? She was pretty. I thought she was pretty.
She's pretty.
Turns out,
She was a solid 6'1", 260.
She's not 6'1".
My nigga, she was 6'1".
No,
She was 6'1". She was taller than you. No, yes, she was.
No, we face each other.
No, she was taller than you, B.
My nigga,
She was
she's
6'1", solid 250.
What the fuck?
she's a brick house.
She gave
She's a brick house.
Yeah.
She's a brick house.
No, she was not a brick house.
Wait.
She was not a brick house. She was a brownstone, my nigga. She was a
That's a sturdy
brownstone.
house.
She was a brownstone.
That's
Wait,
sturdy.
but I still want to know
The
how are
Cosby's
you
grew up
holding
in a
up
brownstone.
They did.
You gotta, I gotta, you know.
No, you know what he does? He puts his whole body on it.
His whole body, first of all, his whole body is one of her legs. What?
So when you got a big girl like that, you gotta put your whole body on it.
You do.
You gotta put your whole body on it. So he puts his whole body on it.
But stomach is big enough you can float on the stomach.
All right.
So back to my one up and my one down.
I
The
was
first,
trying to still figure out what his finishing move was. He keep deflecting.
It's a sequence of events.
Okay.
It depending. If I'm on low energy, like I have comeback moves, you know?
Okay.
The comeback
your word
moves,
life, what up, nigga?
Like, it depending, like one of the devastating finishing moves is always finish. You gotta kind of get it upside down on the edge of the bed. And you kind of do like this, you do like this. And you doing push-ups like this.
My man, dip.
Wait, are you teabagging here? Like,
That's a dick drop.
that's a teabag.
No,
That's the dick drop.
Yeah.
Now what the fuck?
You don't know the dick drop?
That is a
So look, this is
teabag.
your head. You like,
You young brother said, no, she don't. Because she be fucking with security side, niggas. They be like 6'6", the niggas solid 300. So they don't move like that. They got 3 solid moves. They got 3 solid moves. They got 3 solid
I
moves.
prefer the John Cena's of niggas. Thank you and good night.
No, she fucks with only, those niggas got only 3 solid moves. They got
3 moves of doom. That's all right. Like the fuck.
3 moves of doom. She said 3 moves
Patent that
of
shit.
doom. She said 3 moves
Patent
of
that
doom.
shit.
You nasty. You big nasty.
Wait a
You are
minute.
big nasty.
Wait a minute.
You is big nasty.
No, like,
She said they got 3 moves of doom. They go, they roll up into the bathroom with their tents on.
Why I told Chicago, I was like, yo, I gotta get your great Timbs. Like,
Yo, why you try to turn to a hood nigga?
yo, it is something about niggas and Timbs, like, even
Of course.
just random, like on the
Security
train
guards.
or whatever.
Security guards, right?
Like, and females, you can attest, you can agree with me.
Because I
You
think
see a
with Timbs,
nigga
I
in
can
Timbs,
benefit.
you just like, like you got a whole ass like pause, like wait a minute.
Of course.
No, because it makes them taller. It makes them taller.
Nah, it's that Justin Slayer grip.
The fact you laughing, you know who that nigga is. You nasty.
No, I'm
You
not.
nasty, my nigga. Go walk. I need to go my ups and downs. I gotta go.
You got in that baby boy pose, hopping around.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah.
So you're nasty.
I never said I wasn't.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nigga asked about me.
Actually,
Listen.
continue.
Why we got back quiet?
What's next?
Let's pause for a second.
Yup. Too short.
What's my favorite word?
Oh, you recorded? Alright, so back to what I was saying.
Who's pretty young Queen 6? Woo! She said, especially niggas in Timbs, I love doing that hot nigga ish.
See? Y'all niggas are sleeping like
Yo, who is that?
niggas. Get you a pair of Timbs. See how fast bitches flock to you. Especially this winter holiday season. Do it.
I might get a pair of tips for Christmas.
See? And don't crease them shits. Like if you try to fuck in your Timbs, you got to definitely
So alright,
tippy toe.
my ups.
Why?
like I said before, was that triple threat match.
What you down?
That shit was fucking fire.
What you down?
No, I'm not done talking about my shit.
Okay.
Cause that shit was fucking fire. And we all knew Oscar was on because I said it in the bar to young Romeo.
Yeah.
And Romeo was like, yo, this shit might go down. Oscar got what she needed. Now, my down. Motherfuckers ain't gonna like this. But my down was the Dean Ambrose versus the Seth Rollins match. That match was so under motherfucking whelming. My niggas, you going back and forth for about, what has it been, a month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah.
I wanted a bloodfest. I wanted anger.
Yeah.
I wanted niggas, I don't like you right now. You hurt me while our man had leukemia. You talking about, these cities stink. And what it was, boring. Those are my up, that's my up and that's my down.
You know what's crazy though? And the reason that now this, okay, as a wrestler looking at this pay-per-view, how they had it, how the card is lined out, the reason why they didn't do that was because it was before the women's main event, right?
True.
So if they would have did that, that would put too much pressure. It would put a lot of pressure on that main event match. So that match was in the wrong spot. So that's not on them. That match should have been in the spot where the Finn Balor Drew McIntyre match was. If it was up or higher in the card, you would have got that butt flag.
No, I heard that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I heard it was supposed to be, because that match was in a spot where, I don't know if you know this, or you know this already, I don't think calling the Indies the same thing, your bathroom break match. Like, usually like back in the day, it was like a Divas match they throw into that spot.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
yes,
but
tell me now.
that's the reason why that match was so long and so drawn out that way. Because, not for nothing, this was a final culmination, maybe, not really, but maybe they're saving that for when Seth wins the title battle.
Well, apparently, and we'll get to Raw where
But then it's fine.
you getting your rematch clause shit. They threw that shit out.
Right. So, and that's another thing. So my ups for this pay-per-view was actually the triple threat women's match.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is because this is the second time a women's match has closed out
Correct.
a major pay-per-view,
Mhm.
and not being a women's pay-per-view. That's pretty
Yeah.
big. They did a pretty good job, I might say. It caught, well, and it catch everybody for them. I knew Asuka was gonna win just for, I knew the way they're setting up for the 4 horsewomen versus the 4 horsewomen. That's what
Yeah.
they're setting up for. And they've been doing this ever since.
Since SummerSlam.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while.
I mean, the reason why I put Asuka win, when I was on Wrestle Talk, on Wrestle News on Saturday, I said it because at this point, it's kind of like the Stone Cold effect. Stone Cold didn't need the title to get a pop no more.
Right.
He could do other stuff and still be relevant.
Right.
Becky Lynch had become bigger than the title. Now it's just like she can do other stuff and still get the pop.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
take the
she
title
doesn't
off,
need-
give
you're right.
it to Asuka.
Because here's an insider for you who don't know, the belt is a prop. You don't get shit. So it's just something you use to get the person over. Just like a manager, just like a cane, stuff like that. So for instance, Bob Orton, he had the cast. He got a major heat. If he didn't have the cast, he wouldn't have that much heat.
Oh, like the little brown and the protector thing that they
Exactly.
always use that shit about?
Right. It's just to get the person over. So like
Oh, you
you said,
disrespecting D'Lo Brown?
I'm just
no,
making a
it's the same.
reference.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Nice.
I'm just checking.
No, yeah, it's
Checking.
just
I need to check.
Check it for
You don't gotta check for me,
Check it
boo.
for our Lord and Savior.
You ain't gotta check
D'Lo
for me,
Brown.
boo.
and then
Oh wait, I
listen,
have a surprise for you guys.
and then for right now, what's a prop right now?
What's it
Leo
for?
Rush.
No,
is,
nigga.
He's a manager. He's a prop to help get Bobby Lashley over.
Mhm.
Right? So my down for the solo pay-per-view, my down was the mixed match challenge match. Only reason why they're making R-Truth look like a shucking and jive.
I told you he's gonna come in as number 1.
Like I don't like
Wait, you disrespecting my nigga?
I don't like
No.
what they're doing with him. I don't like the fact that
Nigga shit.
right. I don't like the way that
I
they're
love that I learned that.
like he's good in the ring. Like
Yeah.
the thing I like about that match is they're showing pretty much 4 people, well 3 people who haven't really had the light on them. Sean, Alicia Fox, R-Truth, and Carmella. And the reason why I said Carmella, the only reason why she got the belt was it was like just take to see what you do with it. It's because of Ellsworth, right? Jinder Mahal, he had the title, right? So I feel like, in a sense, that match there, you don't really get to see Alicia Fox work like that. You always see her, job.
Mhm. You actually do, yeah.
You don't really get to see her work, and she's always in matches underneath 5 minutes. And R-Truth, where he's always in matches underneath 5 minutes. So you got to really see them work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very long time. So
Yeah.
work in a minute.
I like that. That's the only up I have about that match. The down about that match was the outcome of how they made him seem like an idiot. Which is like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta keep the paycheck rolling. All right, let's roll into Raw. So, as everyone knows, Raw opened up this week with the McMahon family and Triple H. And they are here to shake things up a bit. So, gentlemen, I'm gonna ask once again, one up, one down. This was, I do believe, the last live Raw of 2018. I do believe that they are recording next week's shows this week. Because I know apparently SmackDown's recorded.
Yeah, it's for the Salute to Troops.
So What's the Troops is tomorrow. So it's on Thursday in USA again.
But it gives me the day off next week.
Yeah, because after the backlash they got last year.
They got a lot of backlash last year.
And you know who was mainly? It probably was Matt Hardy's wife.
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
She OD'd on social media like
What she said?
I want to spend it's sad to see my husband go the night before Christmas and not be with the kids and not be because their little one, I think that was his first Christmas or something.
Yeah.
So she had a whole ass she first of all she's Spanish, she's from Queens, she's spicy as fuck.
I love her.
So
I think my wife like that.
but yeah, gentlemen, one up, one down.
My up is seeing the Revival actually win a match and actually get potential to actually become tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a new direction of the company. I feel like it's going in the right direction. Another you say 2 ups, 1 down.
No, I said one up, one down.
I say 1 down for me is actually no, I had no downs. No, it's a pretty good episode, solid episode, yeah. No downs for me. Oh no, down was having the same match with Baron Corbin again on Raw. That was just stupid.
Well, they had to
Yeah.
end it. They had to end it.
Yeah. That was stupid, but alright, that's it.
So Wilkins, one up, one down.
My down is the McMahon's coming out. I thought that was really lame.
That rose ratings 15% from the week before.
I think, yeah, but it helped, but it's like,
It made me watch.
it didn't make,
It's definitely made me make sure I was home at 8 o'clock.
no, but it's one of those things where they're going like, oh, we're the authority's taking it back. They've done this all the time.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
No, but not all of them together.
Yeah, but it's the same. it's
That's
still the
very
same.
different.
Oh, okay, one of them wasn't there.
But that one, like people were like Shane doesn't have the love that Triple H or even Stephanie has for the business.
And I understand that.
And because of that, he plays a very intricate part in the change because he's seeing it from a different point of view. He's not always seeing it from their side.
But I'd rather them do this backstage than make a huge thing about it.
Yeah.
Well, no, but as fans, if they don't acknowledge it, then as fans, we're like, they keep ignoring us.
No, I just thought it was corny because now, like, I didn't like it at all. I saw it and I was like, yo, this is like, oh my God, Triple H is out here, Stephanie's out here. I get what you're trying to do, what you're saying, acknowledging, like when they gave Rollins the mic last week, he was like, Raw is trash because of you, blah, blah, blah. Like, we get it. But what are you gonna do? And then they do the 6-pack thing of these 6 people that's coming up soon.
I'm so mad at the way that they did that shit.
That shit was
my
trash.
God. It wasn't that it was shit. It just was like, it took away that surprise element.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Shit.
You see fresh faces, you're doing dope shit. Okay, let's see it in action. It's one of those words, I'd rather see the action than the word you talk about it.
Sure.
Like,
But I guess in a sense it's them building the anticipation. Because the only thing, like, I didn't like the fact that they named them, but they never said where they're going.
they never say whether, and then I love heavy machinery because they're being fucking fools online right now. They're like, we're going to Raw! And then the other dude, and then one of them is like, nah, we didn't get picked yet. And then last time they're like, we're going to SmackDown! And he's like, Nah, we ain't get picked there. But that's fun. That's something fun. But it's like, yo, that whole 6-pack shit, whatever. We all know Lars Sullivan is coming up. I don't think he's gonna work out.
No, I think
I'm giving a buck with you.
The only way I think he'll be dope is on SmackDown because to have another big man like him on Raw when they already have Braun and Drew and it's just that's very top heavy.
The one person I'm actually excited about is Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
And update the other shorty on there. Because she can wrestle.
Oh, Lacey Evans.
Yeah, she can legit wrestle. Now, I don't know how her gimmick is gonna work. That all-American, like, pin-up girl type of thing. I don't know how.
Very different.
It's very different, but NXT is like a breeding ground for different. When it gets up to the main roster, it somewhat just stales out.
It's always translated.
I'll see it. Like I said before, give it a chance.
The thing about I just didn't like the presentation of it.
Correct, I agree. Because I don't know if you saw it, and I don't know if anyone had peeped. So John Cena is doing live shows, like some of the live shows. He will be at the Garden Show. The day after that, they have a show at in Long Island, Nassau Coliseum, and Cena will be there. So Cena tweeted all the dates he was going to be there. Didn't include Chicago, so Cena thanks a lot. But included all the dates, and then replied was EC3 was like, "See you soon."
Well, EC3 shouldn't have been in NXT.
Yeah.
No, he did.
No, he shouldn't have been in NXT.
He should have.
No, I know why he went there.
Why?
I know why they put him there.
Talk to me.
The reason why they put him there, because once again, I said it's a bubble. WWE's a bubble. A lot of times they don't watch other products.
It was his introduction.
Right, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, okay, getting used to it. Because once you're in NXT, everybody watches NXT. You're in that WWE bubble. So they're watching every week, and then they see him come up. And I was like, oh yeah, AJ is very different. Because of the fact that AJ was bigger than TNA.
He was TNA.
He was TNA. When he left TNA, he was so big, everybody thought he was coming to WWE, and then everybody was distraught that he went to New Japan.
Yeah, I was too.
Everybody was like, oh my God, oh man. Oh, damn.
I get it, but EC3 is such a talent to me, bro.
Right, but he's not AJ.
Well, duh.
Right, but that's why he was at NXT. They want him to have the same effect that AJ will, but go through there.
I mean, that pop he got at Takeover when he stood up and he put the 3, but that's the Takeover bubble. But that's the
thing though. That is the indie bubble. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
And within the indie bubble, it's the TNA bubble. It's not the WWE bubble. Because I spoke to a guy. He was like, yo, I didn't know AJ Styles was. I was like,
yeah, quite a few people.
You're bugging. You know AJ Styles was? Where the hell you been? I just want the WWE. All right.
Oh, I hate when you marks do that though.
What?
It's all people who only watch WWE.
No, because like there's a world outside of that.
But the thing about it, if I only watch Grey's Anatomy, don't be mad because I've heard of General Hospital.
But
that's very different. Very different.
It's like saying you only watch Grey's Anatomy.
One is a damn soap opera, the other one is an actual show.
It's like ER Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, maybe I didn't grow up on that.
I fucks with ER though.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe I didn't grow up on ER.
But here's the thing though, right? You have internet, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
But maybe none of my friends talk about it.
It doesn't matter.
I just feel like
if you have. Here's the thing though, right? Twitter.
Yeah.
Is a source of.
I don't use Twitter.
But listen though, Twitter is a source of a lot of other things. So if I follow you, and I'm only WWE, but I follow what you do, and you follow everything else. If you retweet something from New Japan, I'm gonna see one of your tweets.
True.
Like you have the internet. There's no way to be like
mad at people's ignorance.
No, you can't get mad at him.
But it's just like you can't tell me like that's all you watch. That's it. Like okay, I hear you, but now you're in the age of the internet where.
But how old was the guy?
I was like 35, bro.
That's just a good example.
That's old. And he definitely should have known who AJ Styles was.
No, he doesn't know who AJ Styles is.
But then again, you should ask him when you start watching wrestling and stuff like that. So it's a variable because I know some people.
You have the internet.
You keep thinking that people are like you.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. Even if you're not like me.
Nah, you can't think people are like you.
Listen, he cannot be like me, but he can follow somebody like me, and I'll retweet stuff from New Japan all the time.
Yeah, but he may not. You talk.
No, but listen, you're gonna see one of my retweets. Yeah. You follow me.
Exactly.
But you see it, right? But hold on, you see it. Listen, the only thing takes a little bit spark of entertainment, right? So if I would have retweeted what Will Ospreay did with what's his face? he hurt around him and he landed on his feet from the
Yeah.
top rope. If you see that, you be like, oh, what the hell? Even if you don't watch it,
True.
now you want to go see what the hell is going on.
And I understand that, but the thing about you all mentioned about a bubble.
Right.
Some people are just in that bubble, so that bubble that they're in is only people who watch WWE.
Right, but at certain levels, as being a wrestling fan, you have to, as much as we're all in this wrestling bubble, and then with the people that look at us like we're crazy because we still watch wrestling, they're outside of that bubble.
And then somebody in another bubble within us that's like who don't watch or who only watch WWE.
Right, and you get to a certain point where, for instance, like when Adam Cole came to NXT, I didn't know him. Ronaldo kept talking about this nigga all the time. I was like, who the fuck is Adam Cole? I don't know who it is. Him talking about it made me look at Ring of Honor, then made me look at Adam Cole, which then I went to a House of Glory show and saw Bobby Fish and the one you like.
Which one?
The other one.
Roderick Strong?
No, the other one.
Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, Roderick Strong.
The other one.
No, that's all of them.
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Oh, the mustache.
One with diabetes.
What's been that for?
Fuck, cause I mean.
Yeah, what about him?
So I saw the both of them at a House of Glory show, and then I was like, okay, like I just feel like as a wrestling fan, and the older you get, you have to kind of do that due diligence.
But once again, you mentioned Ronaldo. He was the one who was talking about him. So once again, it's like we're blessed to be around people and be in that circle of people. It's like, yo, check this out. Like
Kyle O'Reilly.
Thank you.
Since sends me videos all the time, like, yo, hey, check this out. I hit up, like, yo,
Right.
what should I look at? But you're gonna have people in Middle America who are wrestling fans, but might know about any other besides WWE.
All right, here's the truth. I didn't get into the other wrestling. Like all I knew about was TNA and WWE. I didn't get to no other bubble until I saw Daniel Bryan on television, and he took Y2J to the limit on NXT. Ever since I watched that match, I was like, yo, who is this guy? Went on YouTube and typed it in myself, and then I got into the whole indie bubble.
But the thing about you took the initiative.
Like I said.
But the thing about we keep giving people too much credit.
I don't feel like we give people enough credit. Where you have to be, just like when you're a driver, you have to be a responsible driver. Just like when you're a fan of a sport, you have to be a responsible fan of the sport. You gotta know your shit. Like you can't sit here and then just talk one thing and act like all the people that's not on WWE didn't come from somewhere. Like honestly, and I still to this day get surprised about AJ Styles in WWE because I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And then it was him, and then it was Nakamura, and then it was Joe, and then it was this, and it was that. And you gotta realize, like, all these people were something. Even Cena and all of them, they came up on the indies before they came to WWE. So like stuff like that, you just have to, as a fan, you want to grow with the times. You gotta understand that there are other things out
like,
there.
you kind of fall too because like you said something like you knew the Bullet Club, but you know Adam Cole.
No, I didn't.
Because Adam Cole was in Bullet Club for a while. You knew all these other members, but Adam Cole.
No, I didn't know.
You see?
And I didn't. And then back when Finn first came up, I didn't know Finn was in Bullet Club either.
But here's the thing, though, you didn't take the initiative.
No, I did because after I heard about him, I looked him up and I went to shows and I started learning about stuff like that. So, and first of all, Bullet Club had so many different fucking seasons.
Yeah.
Excuse the fuck out of me for not knowing that season.
Different seasons.
Like that eyes. Like you had Finn and fucking Anderson and Gallows starting it, and then you had AJ, and then you had Kenny, and then you had Cody.
Yeah, but I
actually had all different seasons.
But I actually did a research on the whole Bullet Club, the whole era, because it is.
But that was, and I think as fans, we always just gravitate to what interests us. Like to me, Bullet Club is cool, but it wasn't like such a direct interest to me. It was just like, okay, if I gotta do a podcast, so I gotta be a little knowledgeable of some things. But if I know that our people around me are having conversations, I want to be a part of the conversation. I want to be like, I don't want to be ignorant and be like, well, I don't know what the fuck or who you're talking about. I want to say, okay, I know this person, I know this match, I know what they did, I know where they come from. So as fans, I just feel like as people, like whether it's wrestling or whatever it may be, you want to grow with this. You want to grow.
Some people don't want to grow,
and that's their fault. But then they can't be mad when somebody calls them a WWE mark.
okay.
And vice versa.
What they said? If you don't evolve, you perish.
Yeah. So what's next?
Very true.
But then again, the Bible also talks about my people abandoned due to lack of knowledge. No, I'm the one that reads about
No, that was just you.
That's just you, Mike.
That's just you.
Yeah, that was definitely just you.
Actually, Brittany, we're gonna let you talk about SmackDown.
Listen, I don't. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't watch Raw and SmackDown like that
Why? I feel like most like guys that I
don't watch
know do not watch it.
because it's like, okay. The reason why I don't watch Raw and SmackDown is like, as an indie wrestler, right? You have to try to convey a certain story in a short amount of time, right? If it's a new person, you gotta get over the fact that okay, I don't like this guy for whatever reason, and so, right?
You gotta show the ties.
Raw and SmackDown don't show that. Raw and SmackDown show over the course of every week. It's gonna be a to be continued. Pay-per-views are different. Pay-per-views aren't a to be continued. Pay-per-views is you get the whole story in a match. If you ever really pay attention.
You know.
So it's like I watch the pay-per-views to see how they perform in the pay-per-views. It's like that's similar to indie shows because I have to show you why I don't like this person in a short period of time.
Wow.
So that's why I watch pay-per-views more so over than Raw and SmackDown.
Okay. Makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you guys want to talk about SmackDown real quick? What I want to do?
Overall,
Or talk about how your guy Mustafa Ali probably dislocated AJ Styles' whole ass.
oh no. They said AJ performed right after.
How?
No, not AJ.
I meant Daniel Bryan.
Daniel
Sorry.
Bryan, like they said, Daniel Bryan's okay because he did the match right after. Like he's good because they have to check him because it happened.
If you haven't seen, you took that shit tonight.
Alright,
That nigga 450 splash, his knee dead, hit him in right here.
Yeah.
Like boom. Like if he had teeth, them shits is probably gone. Like that's how crazy that shit was.
How many times that wrestlers kick each other in the face? They don't destroy their jaw or nothing.
No, but it just was. It was a crazy move, and you just was like, oh shit! Like
They definitely pulled that nigga to the back and said, listen,
Yep.
we like what you did, but
you gotta
be safe.
This high flying shit, it's a 205.
Right?
You on the main roster, we like you.
Slow it down.
Slow it down. You
I mean,
excited.
Overall, SmackDown was good. I had no problems with it, so you already know I'm vibing to
I definitely like the fact that Sanity got some TV time.
Fact.
No, that was good. It was good. And also, Black Wrestling Alliance pointed this out, how it goes back to what you're saying. Mufasa Ali character has nothing to do with a suicide bomber.
No, absolutely nothing. First of all, he's from Chicago.
Oh, it ended.
Life he ended.
That's fine.
It's family. You don't gotta put it back home.
How many people?
But he's from Chicago, so he's a whole ass American.
Huh?
49.
Really? Yeah.
All right, so.
Yeah, so, but SmackDown was solid for me too as well.
All right. Any last words since we did cut off the live feed and that was the next portion of the show?
That's fine.
It's okay. Any new shows coming up for you, Marcus Marquee? How are you ending 2018, and then what do you see yourself doing in 2019 on the independent scene?
Ended it with Capital Wrestling
In Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey City on when?
on December 29th.
Okay, and
It's
who are your
literally.
next Saturday?
That's next Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah. Who you wrestling?
Who are you facing?
Can't tell you that.
Live.
Can't. I'm not wrestling when I told I was wrestling. But
Okay. What's
yeah,
up?
it's different at Capital. Things are different over there. They're going through some changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're ending your 2018 year at
Capital.
Capital Wrestling next Saturday. So those in the tri-state
What
area,
time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in Jersey City.
What you got, a chicken Jersey?
You have a chicken Jersey?
In Jersey City?
There's no judgment. Oh no. No, what happened?
That's the after drama.
I heard you and never mind. I'll talk after.
Wow. Wow. That was crazy. All right, what's one goal for you that you want to set for yourself in 2019 as a wrestler?
2019.
Yeah.
Oh man. More notoriety. How you say the word?
Notoriety?
Is that?
Yeah, you want to be bigger?
Nah. No, I just want to be put in a position where I can succeed. As far as like, I don't need Just give me a shot. That's all
They
I'm
don't
saying.
want you to win.
They don't, but
No.
just give me a
It's
shot.
not a
we
rap
got-
song.
but we
They
got-
don't want you to win. They don't want you to succeed. You're saying
But we gonna figure this shit out.
Only thing I need is a shot and opportunity. That's it. That's all I ask for. And then you be the judge from there. That's it.
That sounds good. Gentlemen, any last words?
We got one more show before the year's over.
I know, my God, it seems like forever. But it's only been a
A
year.
year-end review.
Our year in review. Actually, before we go, who was the superstar of 2018 in your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have to be WWE either.
Superstar of the year,
Besides yourself.
2018.
Yeah.
Superstar of the year. Male or female?
Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Damn. What's the first name that comes to your mind? And we'll all do it. Just the first person that comes to your mind.
I'm gonna start all over now.
No.
Because you got me thinking now. And I gotta
Oh, well, don't think. Just let it be natural.
superstar of the
Superstar of the year.
I'm gonna be. This is kind of biased. I don't care. Vinny Pacifico. Little indie name there for you. Kid's on the come up. He is. He's working hard as hell. Kid is probably like what, 19, 20, doing this thing. He was on ROH. He's been touring all the West Coast, Midwest, and all that. So, superstar, yeah. As looking at somebody that I started training with, but he was started training before me. Seen him as a kid and being like twitching and stuff because he had too much pre-workout in his body and everything. See that he's in ROH and doing all the stuff and traveling and stuff like that, going to Vegas, going to London. He did a tour in London with Harris Carter and stuff like that. So, in my eyes, superstar, yeah, a kid who was like 19, living the dream, doing the thing.
Shane Strickland.
I didn't even see that coming, but I understand.
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy.
Ooh. Mine's is so, like, I don't know. Mine's would be Jericho.
I would
Ooh. Ooh, that's a good one.
Jericho because Wrestle Kingdom, winning the championship, still being on Vince's good side and throwing a bomb-ass cruise, which he has announced today that he's going to do it again. And details will be in the month of January for Jericho's cruise. So Jericho, to me, jack of all trades, definitely someone that I've loved since the beginning of how I started wrestling. So it's so good to see the evolution of him. And it's so good to see him being in different places and parts of his wrestling career, and it's still coming together. And him giving an opportunity for other wrestlers to, essentially make history and be in the middle of the ocean and wrestle. In between that, and his podcast, his music group, my man has done it all this year, so that would actually be my superstar of the year. But we are going to talk some more about those things next week on our last episode of 2018. Before we do go off, I'm going to let you get your 60 seconds of you plugging yourself, tell everyone where they find you, where you're going to be at, and all that jazz.
Oh man, where I'm gonna be at 2019 is gonna be very, very different. I might be at another promotion. Who knows?
Dun dun dun.
Okay, I gotta keep that under the. We don't know.
Behind the scenes info.
Nothing's ever the same in wrestling. I have a new shirt coming out. It's gonna be called Marquee by Nature. Coming out soon. I have another one coming out cool. 2 called Dan Marquee. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Marcus Marquee. You can find me on Twitter at Marcus Marquee. That is uppercase Q. So everything's the same. Spell it with uppercase M, then another uppercase M, and then an uppercase Q. You can find me on Facebook as Marcus Marquee as well. You can find me on Pornhub. No, I'm lying, I'm not on there. But that's that.
Last question that just hit me. Your favorite wrestler of all time?
Of all time,
Mm-hmm.
best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be.
All right, there you have it. Thank you to my dear friend Marcus Marquee for joining us on this phenomenal, interesting left-right episode of the Drop of Tears podcast. As always, You guys can find us on Instagram at the Jabba Podcast, Facebook, Twitter, all of that jazz. Once again, our next viewing party will be the first of 2000 TNA's homecoming. So we'll be at Legends. Once again, I want to thank everyone that donated a toy this past Sunday. We appreciate all the love and support, and I promise I won't get too emotional next week because I'll save my thank yous for that episode. As always, I am Janelle from HR. Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black, we thank Marcus Marquee for joining us, who is currently single. Ladies, he's a good guy.
That was for wrestling though. That was.
No.
I mean, that too, but
Don't wear that. Anyway, hashtag Black Excellence, hashtag we're out.
It's the Jabba Tears pre-show.